Good morning. It's great to be here. I am going to speak to you about my experience with hiring MBA graduates. Probably people who've done masters in HR, masters in marketing as well. I don't think I've had anyone who's done an MBA, who's done a master's in finance or a DBA from this institution. However, I'm sure that the same sort of perspective would apply to those as well. Okay, what makes the graduates from this graduate school different? What's the point of difference that you will have should you graduate from the Arthur Lockjack School of Business? Most importantly, you'll have superior leadership skills. Now, most of you will be applying to do an MBA because you want to get ahead. You need to develop leadership skills. You want to become leaders in your company, in society in general. This school equips you extremely well to become a leader. You're going to have access to an influential network of peers. You could see from the people who are here today, the diverse backgrounds that you all come from. You will be exposed to people in different cohorts, all of whom are leaders in their particular companies, or if they're in the civil service. They all have different perspectives, and you will be able to gain, through working in groups, a very valuable network of influential people that will come in useful as you develop your career in the future. Ethics. Importantly, you'll be exposed to ethics. I'm sure most of you have high ethics to begin with, but the whole importance of ethics will be formalized in the course here. A passion for excellence. You will be forced to excel just through peer pressure, because everyone in this group wants to achieve and do well. Everyone wants to graduate with a first. So just by virtue of being around people, as opposed to distance learning or abstract or internet learning, which some of the other programs that are offered in Trinidad and the Caribbean as a whole, because maybe some of you are from other countries, I'm not sure, you will be forced to excel. Experiential learning. I don't know if you're familiar with this terminology, but if you learn through experience, you will retain a lot more than if you just read books and learn in an abstract way. The way that they teach here is such that you're in groups doing most of your projects together with other people. And therefore, the experience of that process helps you to retain a good understanding, much more so than internet learning. You're going to use case studies that are relevant to this country, to the Caribbean, to CARICOM, to the West Indies. You're not going to have case studies. I mean, I'm sure you'll have some, but they won't be focused on Europe, Canada, North America, whatever, which is what you'll be exposed to should you do some of the other types of courses. Cross-functional teams we discussed already. Superior presentation skills. You will be forced on a regular basis to give PowerPoint presentations such as the one I'm doing. And you will have to stand up in front of an audience just like I'm doing. And that puts you in good stead should you ever have to replace me on this stage. In the workplace. I'm going to tell you about the 3 C's. This is something that we use extensively in our company to describe people. When we're interviewing people for jobs, we look at the 3 C's. The first one is character, and we view that as being the most important method of evaluating someone. There's character, commitment, and competency. If you don't have the right character, you can't work with our company. And it's therefore, I view it as a very important criteria. The type of graduate from this school generally is highly dedicated, enthusiastic, loyal. They're good team players. They collaborate well with their peers at work and socially. They're confident. They have no hesitation to stand up and give a lecture. They express their views very fluently in the workplace. They're not inhibited. They're often visionary. Now, Mr. Lockjack, who you just enjoyed listening to, he is a visionary. He is about as visionary as you could get. Many people who graduate from this school will evolve into being Mr. Lockjacks. Might take a few years, but eventually.